Welcome back to StormandNetwork.net. I hope everyone's been enjoying the segments, the different shows that we've been providing for the city, the state, the county, and the country, actually. We're calling it interactive conversations. And this conversation is interesting and different for me because this is my nephew. I've known him as Dion. Albert, he changed his name to Saddiq. How you doing, Saddiq?
Doing great.
First of all, in your own way, right? Tell me a little bit about yourself. And you know, I had some conversation off camera,
Right.
about your stride, your struggles, your stripes, and how you got here. Tell me a little bit about your life, what's been going on with you. What happened to you?
Well, a little bit about my life. I kind of been in and out of facilities,
Mm-hmm.
you know, juvenile facilities, detention centers and whatnot, all my life. And I kind of looked at myself as like an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
You know, within the family,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at it like I was part of a family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I carried myself. So I really didn't care growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, running in and out of detention centers wasn't really, it really didn't bother me none anyway, because I ain't really think that too many people cared about me.
Right. When you were doing that, did you have like any recourse? Like, did you care about anything, or just like I'm going to do me and I'm going to take care of me, one of those kind of attitudes?
Yeah, I thought that was what was being a man.
Okay.
You know, I was searching for like manhood,
Right.
and at the same time acceptance.
Right.
So, you know, and whatever it is that you do in the streets, long as I don't tell,
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
You know, long as I'm not out here getting chunked, I'm good.
Wow.
And this is what solidified who I am.
You know, it's interesting
So
you said that.
being as though like you was like a city councilman and all that, I always try to shy away from you
Right.
because I didn't want to be associated with what you was because of the
Thank
way
you for
I'm
that.
living.
That's
for real.
right. You know, let me ask you this though. You said something about you didn't want to be a snitch or don't tell. Is that the same mentality now?
Yeah, but see, you figure and what I mean by that is when you live in a certain life,
Right.
this is how you living.
Right.
So it ain't like, oh, you doing this and doing that, you doing bad, you did this wrong to this person, this wrong to that person. Now when somebody do some wrong to you, all of a sudden you want to be a law-abiding citizen. So I looked at it like, you know, when you live in a certain lifestyle, you are not allowed to use this avenue.
I got you.
Like this lady down the street, she pay taxes. She don't sell drugs. She's not robbing people.
Right.
So if you run up in her house, yeah, she's going to call the cops.
Right.
And that's the cops is who protect her and her family.
Right.
You know, but you running around with guns, you tying people up. You can't use the cops to protect you and your family.
Okay.
You doing wrong to everybody and their mom. Now you want to use this city to protect you when somebody wrong you.
Got you.
And that's how I looked at it.
Okay. You know, when you caught the early drug charge, right? When you went to Smyrna or whatever, I thought the penalty was harsh. How did you feel about that, and how did you deal with that? Because you were a juvenile, right?
Right.
You were, how old were you?
I was 17.
17. Right?
And they gave me 21 years.
21 years, right?
Yeah.
Did I mean, I thought that, and just in my mind, not saying that I condone it, but they have murderers and people running over people that did less time than that.
Right.
How did you look at it? I mean,
I actually didn't look at it in that aspect because, I mean, for me
that's okay.
to look at it like that, I would say that I would rather them got my time. You know, I'm comfortable with, he murdered somebody, he got 10 years, I got 21 years. So for me to say that is to say, well, damn, if he got 21 years, he should have got my time. I should have got 10 years and he got 21 because he deserved 21 more than I deserved 21. And so I didn't never look at it in that light because to me, I took it like that's saying that this man deserved the time that I got.
What year was that?
This was 98 I caught that charge.
What is it different now than then?
I needed that. Really, because the way I was living, it was like I didn't care about dying.
I want to. So you said you needed that you needed to be locked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
It got to the point where as though I needed to be placed somewhere where I could start believing in myself.
Wow.
You know, and I ain't saying everybody needs
That's
it,
okay.
but me.
Do you think a lot of mentalities are like that?
No, you gotta understand. When I went to prison, out of the 15 years that I've done, I did 10 and a half of that in the hole. So I'm talking about, this was 3 hours a week we used to come out. So out of a week, I was coming out for 3 hours.
Right.
And I'm talking about, I did 10 years, and I did 7 and a half of that straight in some type of confinement.
So people who are watching this who don't understand the whole, explain that.
The hole is a cell by yourself.
Okay.
No roommate, no nothing. And at times, you know, whereas though the shoe, at times where in Smyrna there that you have a TV, and you know, sometimes you just didn't have a TV.
Right.
You get one phone call a month.
Right.
But you might not even get no phone calls. So, you know, there was times I ain't called home for about 4 or 5, 6 months.
Right. So, and I don't want to cut you off, but this is a good interview and I'm catching things you're saying. One of the questions I want to ask you, like the streets, the street hustle, the street mentality, what difference is it in 2014 than it was in 1998? Or if there's none?
I guess in the 90s, I was caught up in the dazzles, like the lights, like the jewelry, and I felt as though everybody, it's like it was a lot of money. It seemed like to me, it was like it's a whole lot of money out here. I can get rich out here, you know. And now when I look at the streets and see people in the streets, it look like everybody's starving. Like it's no jewelry, it's no cars, it's no people pulling out monies. It's like everybody that's mad. You know, they nodding, their hands is dirty, their clothes is dirty. They just look like it's like, man, I want to kill somebody.
And that's what they're doing.
And that's what they're doing. You know, you figure when there's no money in the streets, the violence go up. If you're not making no money, you don't got a reason to chill. You ain't got no money anyway. So you're mad over that. Then with putting the drugs in your body, you know, these drugs is enhancing. If you mad when you popping perks and Xannies and all that, that enhances it by like 20. So now I'm super mad. You know, and that's how I'm acting.
So would you say that there are more thugs than hustlers now?
Absolutely.
Because in other words, what you were saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, that there were hustlers, right, trying to make money, and now these guys are thugs trying to take hustlers' money.
Not even. What I'm saying is, I thought that me hustling and making money was my way out, and people around me way out. Whereas though now it's like, don't nobody want to leave. Like they want a name, and they don't want a name for having money. That's not cool no more. They want a name for shooting people. That's cool. So it ain't about, man, yo, he got money. So what? Like even the females, like when I was growing up, when I was young, like the guy that had the money, or was the perception of him having money, he got more girls than everybody. Now the young boy that's running around shooting everybody, he got more girls than everybody. Like the females is attracted to shooting.
Do you think that's like sick?
I think that, you know, as a community, you know, everybody has been desensitized to life. It's you know, even when I was in the streets, if somebody got shot in their face, it was like, whoa, shit.
Right.
Oh, did he really deserve that? Yeah. You know, like, at the end of the day, was it that serious that he needed to get shot?
Right.
Now it's like, oh, he caught a wiggy. Let me put this on Instagram. Let me take a picture of this. Like, man, you know.
I mean, like they don't even care about human life.
Nah, blood don't make you throw up no more.
Wow,
it's
that's
like,
deep.
You know, the smell, you know, guy laying in the dirt, leaking from everywhere, head knocked off. Little kids not even running in the house off of that anymore.
What's the solution?
The solution is early. You got to it's a behavioral issue. See, a lot of programs focus on drug and alcohol and stuff like that, and that's great. But before I was using drugs, before I was even committing actual crimes, I had a behavior issue. So my solution would be tackle this problem early. I mean, like elementary. Because you figure once I caught my first charge, I was like 12 or 13. So that means for you to get to me, you would have had to get to me when I was 7, 8.
Right.
So if you're not reaching me by the time I'm 7 and 8, by the time I'm a teen, I had somebody pregnant at 14.
Right.
So when do you talk to me?
Right.
Once I'm in high school, you can't, because I don't even go to high school.
It's over.
Then by high school, I already done about 2 years in jail.
You know what I'm considered doing today and I think you can help me out with this. I think that on Storming Up, we're going to have a corner where they ask you questions. Or we bring some other guys in like yourself. This brother over here who's sitting here with Saddiq is an artist. You know, I want to bring them in on my shows because this right here is starting to go out worldwide. Like, that's why we started this show. It's not local anymore. I mean, this is kind of a huge undertaking. And well, I'm talking to the camera now, and I think that this is incredible, interviewing incredible stuff. And we want to keep this kind of momentum moving. But before I let you go, right, because I have more shows I have to do, do you think that the institutions have done a good job? You said that you, Fairs, Detention Center, Smyrna, Downstate, Gander Hill, all the institutions, do they do a good job of preparing people at the prison?
Absolutely not. The institution itself, absolutely not. The people in the institution, and I mean, like, it was some guards, man, that raised me. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about prison guards. You know, been there for so long and coming to my door, talking to me, like giving me advice, and you know, with some counselors in there that I was able to talk to, and everything. So it's individuals within the institution that's good, but the institution itself, it's not designed.
How
for
can you make a difference?
I can make a difference by actually trying to reach out to people. I mean, like what I said, it got to be younger. You know, you got to be able to talk to and get them to understand. You know, at an early age, because if not, we're gonna lose them. So if I can just get somebody to understand that and buy into that system, I don't have no problem with playing my part to make a difference.
Thank you, man. 90% of the people graduated from high school. Now, if you probably get 20% in certain areas that graduate from high school, especially black men. Why is that? Something's wrong.
Well, I think it's a combination of things. It starts first with the family and whatever the family's goals, objectives are for that particular family. You don't have to have a successful family to be successful. If the family's goal is to make sure that life can be better for you than it was for them. Mm-hmm. So it starts with the family and their expectations and aspirations for the individual.